Thank you. Hi guys, so my name is Yusufa. I am one of the co-founders and the CEO of Athgene. Athgene is actually a personal genetics company, meaning it's a DNA testing company. We're actually not going to speak about Athgene at all today. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about you guys. This is actually my third company. I've sort of previously started and run two companies before. One I grew from scratch to a team of 40 people in Gambia, as he mentioned. But let's talk a bit about entrepreneurship. So, who knows this guy? Cool, so I picked the right guy. So, okay, who is this guy? Anyone know his name? Elon Musk. Cool. So yeah, this is of course Elon Musk. He is the founder and CEO of a company called SpaceX, which is a really cool rocket company based in California. He's also the founder and CEO of Tesla. For those of you who don't know him, he's the guy that brought you Tesla. But I would like to try something cool today. So, you know those games where they sort of say like, I am, and then you fill in the dots? So let's sort of fill in Elon's dots, right? So I am what, right? So Elon Musk, he is what, right? So throw some things at me. It's supposed to be fun. Just throw some things. I am what?
I am God.
I am God. Wow. I'm sure he likes you. Someone said I am cool. Yeah, sure. What else?
Ambitious.
I am ambitious. Sure. Let's get a few more. Right, of course. One more. Yeah. I am an entrepreneur. Nice. Nicely done, sir. And the last one, you snuck it in there. I like it. Cool. Above all these things, he is the guy that blows up rockets. You're probably wondering, why the hell are you highlighting this? What does that even have to do with anything? So I'm not sure if any of you know SpaceX, but let me just introduce you to their mission. So SpaceX basically has a mission that's twofold. First is to introduce something called reusable rockets. I'll explain what that means in a second. But secondly, it's to sort of have a multi-planetary species, right? Which is just jargon for Elon would like to put humans on Mars, right? So this guy is super ambitious. I don't know who said ambitious, but he really is ambitious. However, you know, as with all startups and any company that you may start at some point, you know, maybe that's the ambition and maybe that's the finish line, but the journey towards getting to that finish line is basically just a bunch of blown up rockets, right? And in his case, it's SpaceX, it's rockets, but it's the case in any single company that you start. The reason I wanted to highlight this is because when we think about starting a company, we think about the end game, right? So we think about, you know, maybe it's an enterprise software startup, or maybe it's a space company, and you're just thinking about, yeah, the day that my humans are on Mars, that's gonna be so cool, right? But really what you're signing up for is years and years, if not decades and decades of, to put it bluntly, pain and suffering and blowing up rockets. So this is SpaceX, one of their sort of space shuttles. This is what success looks like in the case of Elon. When I said that, you know, the first half of the mission was they wanted to send, or they wanted to have reusable rockets. So Elon's hypothesis was this, right? If you imagine that, you know, every time you got on a commercial airline, so anytime you got on a Turkish Airways or Emirates Airways flight, if you imagine that at the end of the tarmac, when the plane lands and drops all the passengers off, it just sort of spiraled off the runway and blew up. That's basically the equivalent of what the space industry was doing, right? So rockets were only used once, and then they sort of were blown to smithereens once they hit orbit, right? And Elon was saying, well, why is that the case? Why aren't we having reusable rockets, meaning rockets that go to space, come back to Earth, and then we can reuse them again? So he started this journey 15 years ago, and as recently as I think last week or 2 weeks ago, they successfully launched the second reusable rocket into space. So he's hitting his ambition, and this was when they were landing the actual rocket back on a drone, meaning it didn't blow up into smithereens, it was being brought back down to Earth. Here's the thing, guys. These success stories are riddled with blown up rockets, pain and suffering, decades of thinking you're going to go bankrupt, and that's what it's actually like to build a company. I just wanted to highlight that. In other words, this is a video, well, a screenshot of a video of one of Elon's exploding rockets. I think he blew up 3 of them or two of them before the third one finally took off. And they literally were running out of cash, right? So this is the life of an entrepreneur. And of course, it makes Elon sad whenever that happens. So cool, let's play this game one more time, right? I'm gonna show you a picture and I would like you to sort of tell me who this, fill in the gaps. So who is this guy? Marky, right? Cool, good old Mark. We all feel like we know him, right? So who wants to take a stab at it? I am what?
I am Facebook.
I am Facebook. That is accurate, my friend. Well said. What else? I am what?
I am in knowledge of everyone.
I am a knowledge of everyone. Nice. True. Big data. Yeah?
I'm a college dropout.
I'm a college dropout. Nice. I like what you did there, buddy. Hang in there. What else? Yeah?
I am everywhere.
I am everywhere. I like it. Cool. I think we'll take one more. Last one. I am what? Yeah?
A salesman.
I am a salesman. That's true. At the heart of it, right? So I think what he really is, particularly in this photo, is scared to death of Snapchat, right? He's thinking, holy shit, these guys are gaining traction. I heard they're going public. Did someone say $30 billion? It just goes to show that even when you're successful, you still have pain and suffering. It's not like it goes away. Funny story, actually, Mark Zuckerberg, one of his satellites was on one of Elon's blown up rockets. So I think they were both sad that same day, right? But what I want to point out, guys, is the life of an entrepreneur is probably 50% of your time is going to be spent on fixing major problems. So I'm going to show you something pretty interesting, right? So this is what I like to call the CEO time chart. And a huge chunk, 50%, is probably spent on fixing major problems. And I don't just mean small problems, I mean like blown up rocket problems, right? Whatever that means for your own company. You probably spend 20% on management and recruitment, 20% on investor relations, because you're always running out of cash, right? No matter what. And then we at the top over there, 8% on strategy and 2% on celebrating victories. Now, the problem I see with a lot of entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs is they focus on strategy and victories, right? The victories over their strategies. And it's a bit ridiculous because 90% of your time is not that. That's just what not life is like when you're building companies. So the question is, why the hell do you want to do this? I mean, if you flip this book open, Decision Making for Dummies, I guarantee there's no page where it says start a company with no money, with a bunch of underqualified friends who are probably going to quit sooner than later. That just doesn't seem smart. So why the hell would you do this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and guess that some of you in here are entrepreneurs or thinking about starting a business. So why don't I let you tell me, right? Why are you in this? Is anyone going to be brave and say, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. Here's why I'm doing this. Someone. Yeah?
I'm doing it for building something for my own.
Building something that's yours. Cool. Yeah?
To change the world.
To change the world. I love it. Yeah?
Because you can't help yourself.
Ooh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
To fall down and try to stand up again.
I like it. Cool. So I agree with all these things. I just like to call it impact, right? Whatever that means for you, because it's going to have a huge impact on who you are. It's going to impact your family. It's going to impact your friendships. It's going to impact your income. It's going to impact the way you see the world. It's going to impact everything that you do. If you don't believe that this is going to be the biggest impact decision you take, don't take that decision, right? So I'm not trying to scare the shit out of you. It's just true. And I love what you said, which is because I can't do anything else, right? It's one of these things, right? I agree. So here's the thing. Once you actually start building a company and you think you got it all figured out, then actually what you realize is you have nothing figured out. So this guy thinks he's riding a ferry tractor, but he's really on a bear that can kill him at any minute, right? Yeah, just wanted to end it on that slide. Thank you for your time.